guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa for those of you who don't know, and today I have a new palette that I got in the mail. It's new to me. It has been out for a while, but it is the Anastasia Beverly Hills, I had that upside down, Sultry palette. So I'm going to test this bad boy. I'm going to create a look and we're just going to get ready together. But before we get into this video, I just want to remind you guys, please subscribe to my channel if you are not subscribed already so you can be part of the ATFB fam. ATFB, all things fashion and beauty. And please, while you're there, hit that post notification bell so you can get notified every single time I post a video. I post a video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And also, please do not forget to like this video if you do like this video, because it kind of gives me an idea of if you like these types of videos. If you don't like these types of videos, just let me know. And also, please leave me a comment down below what other videos you guys want to see. I know you guys want to see some more fashion videos, so I am going to start doing my 5 days of fashion videos again. I know you guys really like that. I just had to get the setup and just add a little bit more lighting just because I had to switch my room around. So I just finished adding in more lighting. I have my mirror where I want, so I feel like I can finally do it again. My mirror did break, so I know, bad luck. I feel like I'm totally ready to film those videos again. I know you guys like them, so I'm going to be doing that. Without further ado, let's jump into this video. Okay, so you guys already know the deal. I'm going to prime my eyes, and for that I'm using my Nars smudge proof eyeshadow base, and I'm just putting that on my eyes, and then I'm just rubbing that in, and I'm bringing that all the way up to the brow bone because some shadow does go up there, so I just want to make sure everything has a nice smooth base. And I'm going to spray my face, and to do that I'm using the Smashbox Photo Finish primer water. This is the So Chill coconut one, but anyone works. This just really hydrates my skin without making it super oily. You guys know I do have really oily skin. Like, it kind of calmed down during the winter, but now it is up and I am just an oily person. So I'm trying out some older products that I used to use a lot when I had really oily skin, but I feel like during the winter my oiliness kind of went down. So I'm testing out the products again. You guys can see I am breaking out still. I don't know what it is. It could be my sleep mask. Maybe it's irritating. I don't know. I'm gonna head to the dermatologist again soon to figure this out, but let's jump into this palette. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. First, I want to say I love the packaging of this. This is just so cute. I love the shininess. And then when you open it up, this is what it looks like. It is so pretty. Again, it has like a nice film to it, texture. It says sultry. It is just beautiful. The color palette is just so pretty. These really are my types of colors, like the neutrals, that one pop of pink that we're going to play with today, and it is just beautiful. So I'm so excited to play around with this. If you guys don't know, Anastasia just came out with the Riviera palette, and I kind of feel like I need that palette because I'm Melissa Rivera, so I kind of want to try that palette just because Rivera, kind of the same thing, you know? I wanted to grab that palette. It is a pretty colorful palette, and I feel like colors are kind of coming in this year, so I definitely want to try that out. So what we're actually going to do first is we're going to take the shade Fresh, which is that shade right there, and we're just putting that all over the eye because we want a nice even base. And if you guys don't know Anastasia Beverly Hills, there is a little bit of kickback in the eyeshadows itself, and I'll show you guys. So you guys saw I dipped in 3 times, I think it was. So there is just a little, if you guys can see, bit of kickback right up there, but you guys know I really don't mind that. The brush that it comes with is so good. I love this brush. It is dual-ended, has a nice fluffy brush and then kind of like a packing brush on the other side. If you guys don't know, this palette was on sale for $27. I snagged it up at Sephora, but I know Ulta was doing it, Nordstrom or Nordstrom Rack was doing it, one of the two. Once I saw that price, I was like, I need it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go into the shade Bloom, which is that pink shade right there. And I'm going to go ahead and put that in my crease so you guys can see. It is pretty pigmented, so make sure you tap that off. Yes, see, that is very pigmented, very not like colors I would normally grab, but that is the only pop of color in this palette, so I wanted to go ahead and just try it out. So today I am going to you guys guessed it, a winery, and I believe a cidery. This time we are going up in Pennsylvania. It is my cousin and I. We always do like adventures like this, and I'm really like, I love it. And now that spring is coming, guys, it's coming. It is, what's today? March 9th. Spring comes in end of March, I think. And tonight is daylight savings, so summer, spring is coming. Warmer weather. I'm just so excited to get that warm weather. So I'm going in windshield wiper motions, and I'm also kind of just swirling that as well, just to get rid of any harsh lines. You guys can see I'm not going in with tape today, and that is because the last few times I went in with that elf tape, it just wasn't working for me. I'm just avoiding that today. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the shade Birch, which is that shade right there, and with the shade Twig, which is this shade right here. And I'm going to actually switch my brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and use one of my blending brushes, and I'm just putting a little bit of that, tapping off the excess, and I'm just swirling that right on the edges. I'm literally just going in circles just because I kind of want to diffuse out that pink. I don't want to make the pink the primary color. I just want a nice pop of color in my crease, but because I'm not wearing pink, I want it to just blend out really nice towards the edge. Then you guys can see it's kind of smoking it out a little bit, but it is a really good combination. So like I was saying, we are going up in Pennsylvania today, closer to where my cousin lives, and honestly I think we're gonna vlog. I have not done a vlog since I first started this channel, I think like last summer, so it is definitely time for a vlog. Let me know if you guys like vlogs, because if you do, I will make more of those videos happen. I usually try to do like something during the weekend, like whether it's going away or something. So if you guys like those videos, let me know. I will make them happen. Now what I'm going to do is I'm taking a little bit more of the shade Birch and Twig, and I'm just putting that right underneath that pink. So here I am not hitting the crease, I'm going right underneath the crease. Do not worry, we are going to blend that out so there are no harsh lines. I'm taking mostly Birch, so I'm doing one dip in Birch, one dip in Twig, and another one in Birch, just to make sure the lines, that like brown color, is not too harsh. Alright, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another brush. This is just the Allamore. It doesn't have the name on it, but I'm going to go into the shade Slate first, which is that gray color, and I am putting that, ooh, that is very kickback. I'm putting that on the outer part of my eye and kind of just stamping that on to really deepen up that outer portion of the eye. And this is also a very good transition shade. Now I'm going back in little windshield wiper motions. I am not hitting my crease because I want that pink to pop. We're gonna go back into the pink, so don't worry if you do hit that pink. I want it to pop a little bit more, so after I'm gonna go back in and apply that. And when I do this, I'm kind of lifting up my eyebrows like that instead of like that, just so I could really get nice and deep and precise application. Because if I go like this, you guys can see like all the wrinkles and stuff like that, the folds. So if I just go up, you don't see that. Now with this, go in very light, guys. I'm gonna dip into that black shade. I know it's gonna be very pigmented, so I'm gonna show you guys. That is that black shade right there. That is all I'm doing, just a little bit, because I don't know how pigmented that's going to be, and I'm just stamping that right next to my lash line to just deepen that up. See, it is pigmented, and with black, definitely go in lightly so you could build that up, because you don't want too much black and you're like, oh crap, what do I do? So really just go in incredibly light. I'm actually going to switch my brush. This is a Luxie eye shading brush. I'm going to take that and I'm just going to blend it out with this, just because it is more of like a flatter brush, so it's a little bit easier to blend in that black. It is a lot of black, so I'm just taking that and just pressing that in first to kind of diffuse it. Then I'm going back in with this brush and just bringing that in. I'm really blending here because I want that black to blend seamlessly. So here, definitely take your time. Like you guys can see, there is a nice blend. So most of the pigment is right on the edge, but just make sure you blend out those edges. And then what I'm going to do is I'm taking a flat brush. This is just a Morphe M124 brush. And first I'm going to go into the shade Cinder, which is this shade right here. And I'm not wetting my brush at all, literally just dipped it in. I'm putting that right on the center, or the inner part of my eye. Ooh, that's very pretty. That's a very, very pretty shade. That is actually pretty pigmented. Imagine if you wet your brush, how pigmented that would be. But that is a very, very pretty color. I'm kind of doing a tapping motion and a windshield wiper motion in one way. And then what I want to put on top of it is this rose quartz shade, that pink shade right here. So pretty. I'm taking that on the same brush and just putting that right on the center part of my eye. It is very pigmented and very pretty. Just to add a little bit of oomph. Kind of doing it right where like a halo eye would be. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to go back into that pink shade, which is the shade Bloom right here. I'm taking the brush that came with the kit and I'm dipping into that very lightly. Now I'm going to go back over my crease and just blend that right up top, and then over the black part just a wee bit. I'm going to go back into the shade Birch, which is this shade right here, taking the same brush, and I'm putting that right where the black is to kind of just make sure that is all blended out seamlessly and that it blends in with all of the other colors as well. And I feel like a little bit of the black got lost, so I'm going back in with that brush and I'm dipping into the black very, very lightly, and I'm putting that right on my lash line first. Alright, so we are going to be putting this palette to the side because we have to finish up with the lower lash line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prime my face, and to prime I'm using my handy dandy. This is the Kanan Austin mattifying primer, and this also has a little bit of SPF in it. So I'm just putting that right on my face and I'm just blending. And you guys know what I like to do is I like to let that sit. So while that sits, I'm going in with a thin eyeliner brush and I'm just going to do a thin line on my upper lash line. Alright, so I have my liner on. What I'm going to do next is put on some foundation. So for foundation, I'm going in with the Makeup Revolution. This is the Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. So I have two shades right here. I have the shade F12 and F7. So these are both neutral undertones because I am a neutral undertone. You guys can see I do have a little bit of redness, pink undertone on my face, but my body I do have like a neutral kind of yellowish undertone. So I have these two shades. F7 is a little too light for me, if you guys can see. It's pretty light. So what I usually do is I mix these two foundations, and when I do that I kind of get like the perfect color. See, like this shade is too dark, so once I mix both of these I get a really nice color. So I just kind of just draw fun stripes on my face. I know I look insane, so I just blend that in. And to blend, I'm going in with a wet beauty sponge. and I just tap that in. I think I used this foundation like 2 or 3 times. Casey Holmes literally swears by this foundation, so that is why I got it. See, it looks a little too light. She swears by this foundation, so that is why I got it. Because if you guys don't know, she has really oily skin, so I was like, well, if it works for her, it's gonna have to work for me. Like, that's how I found my Kanan Austin primer, because she was swearing by it. I feel like I'm a little bit warmer on that side. So I'm just gonna take a little bit more F7 and just right here, because that's usually where I just need a little bit more coverage. Like, look at how good that looks. It could be a wee bit too light, but I'm gonna bronze up my face and everything, so it'll be perfect. And then I need to put on some concealer. So for concealer, I'm going in with the Makeup Forever. This is the Ultra HD concealer, and this is in the shade 30. So I'm just taking that and putting that right underneath my eyes. And for that, I'm just taking a little wet sponge and just tapping that in. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish powder, and this is in the shade 2 medium. And I'm just taking a little bit of that on a brush and then just tapping that onto my skin for a little bit more coverage, especially underneath my eyes. You guys know I have really oily skin, so I like to put on a lot of powder. But if you do put on a lot of powder, make sure that you do put a setting spray on, because then you just look powdery and nobody wants to look powdery. Then what I'm going to do is take my Too Faced, this is the Peach Perfect Mattifying Setting Powder, and I'm going to put that basically wherever I get oily. So in my T-zone is when I get incredibly oily. So in there, I'm going to put it on my cheeks. You guys can see, like, look at what a difference that makes. If you have really oily skin, this is definitely an amazing powder that you want to try. It just makes your skin look airbrushed and flawless and just overall beautiful. So I'm going to finish up my lower lash line, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a flat brush, and I'm actually going to dip into that pink shade, and I'm going to put this right along my lower lash line just for a nice pop of color, because we do have that color in the crease, so you want a nice subtle pop of color at the bottom. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch between the shade Birch and Twig, Birch and Twig, these two shades are right here, and I'm going to put that on my lower lash line, kind of just smoke that out a little bit, just so it is not like, just so it kind of all meshes really well together. And make sure that you connect your outer line with the line underneath your lower lash line, because you don't want any space there, because then it kind of just looks messy. We are done with this palette, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this to the side. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put on some mascara. So for mascara, I'm doing my famous combination that I got from That Taylor, and this is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And I'm going to put a layer of that, and then what I like to do is I like to take the Nars Climax mascara and I put a layer of that on as well. Darn, I forgot to curl my lashes again, guys. I literally always do that. I need a little post-it note on my ring light saying, like, curl your lashes, because honestly that is the best combination. If you curl your lashes and then put this on top, such a difference. Oh my god, it looks amazing. I'm just gonna take the Nars and put that on my bottom lash line, or my bottom lashes. Then what I'm gonna do are my brows. So my brows, you guys know I just waxed them and tinted them, so I really just need to fill them in a wee bit. So I just brush through them, and then I go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. This is the little one. I'm literally almost done with that, guys. That is literally all I have left. So I do have a backup of this. I just can't believe that I'm done basically with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and bronze up my face because I'm needed. I'm very flat. So for bronzer, I'm going in with the Pretty Vulgar Bronze B bronzer, and this is in Bronze Mankini. So I got this in one of my, I think it was BoxyCharm last month. Yeah, BoxyCharm last month. That is the color. It is pretty pigmented, so. This is also a very good color for contouring. One trick that I learned, if you want to make your lips look a little bit more pouty, put on some bronzer underneath your lower lip and then some highlighter on top, and you look like your lips are bigger. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into some blush. So for blush, I'm going in with the Tarte. This is the shade Risque. That is the color right there. It's such a pretty pink. And I'm just tapping that in. There we go. Just a nice little blush of pink. And then what I'm going to do is I need to put on some highlighter. And for highlighter, I'm going in with the Ofra. This is the Nikki Tutorials Everglow highlighter, and I got this in my Allure box, I think it is, and I'm going to mix that champagne-y color with that white color, and just going to put that on the high points of my face. I do have like oily textured skin, so I am a little picky about where I put my highlighter and like what type of highlighter I like. I don't like the highlighters that make my skin look even more textured, and I kind of always just put it right on the upper part of my cheekbones. I do put it on the tip of my nose, and then I also put it on my Cupid's foot bow for an extra oomph. And then what I like to do is just take a little bit on my finger and just do that down the bridge of my nose ever so slightly. It just adds a nice dimension and touch. I'm going in with a mini tapered brush, and I'm mixing those two colors and putting that right on the center of my, or the corner of my eye, not the center of my eye. Then what I'm going to do is I'm taking a flat brush and I'm dipping back into those two colors and then just putting that on my brow bone. And when you do this, make sure that you bring it down a little bit just so it kind of meshes in with the rest of your eyelid. And sometimes I like to match like my highlighter with my brow bone highlight and my inner corner highlight, and sometimes I don't. So it kind of just depends on my mood. See that? Look at how pretty that highlight is and that highlight. It is just such a pretty combination. And then for lips, I'm going in with my Flower lip liner. This is the Petal Pout lip liner in Toffee. And I'm just going to go ahead and line my lips. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you know my favorite combination is this lip liner and a Maybelline lip gloss. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, then go ahead and follow me on there. And then for my lipstick, I'm going in with a matte lipstick. As you guys know, I love my matte. So I'm going in with a Gerard Cosmetics. This is a matte lipstick. This is the Hydra matte lipstick in the shade Everything Nice. And I'm just going to go ahead and fill my lips with this. Okay, so this is the completed look, guys. I'm actually a huge fan of this look. It really just meshes well together. This eyeshadow palette I am obsessed with. You can create like a kind of simple look like I did today, meaning like it is a little black, but I mean you can really smoke this out. You can create so many smoky looks with this palette. You guys know I love my smoky looks. And you can also create like kind of like a daytime neutral kind of eye for work and stuff like that. So this is just so versatile. Such a pretty palette. The colors are so pigmented. I'm obsessed. You guys know I love my mascara duo. That is just my favorite. My Tarte Blush, one of my favorites, love it. Charlotte Tilbury, it just gives such a nice flawless finish. My Peach Perfect setting powder, you guys know this is my ride or die. I really love it. If you have oily skin, it's perfect for you. Bronzer, definitely love this bronzer. It isn't too harsh. It kind of just gives the nice perfect amount of glow to your face. The highlighter, I love this highlighter. It makes such a pretty brow bone highlight and highlight on your face. It is just amazing. You can make it kind of natural, or you can really go out and make it really boom in your face. The lip liner, you guys know, is one of my favorite lip liners. It is just perfect. And then also this lipstick really just ties together with the overall look. It has a little bit of pink, but it is a little bit toned down, so it will match that black. My Anastasia Beverly Hills liner, you guys know, love that liner. Basically out of it. I just have to spray my face with the Urban Decay Deslick setting spray. I literally think this is my last time using it because I do not have a lot left. I am done with this, guys. It's done. I used it all. I do have an extra one of these, so I'm very happy. I do always stock up on these because they are amazing. They're so good if you have oily skin. And then this combination, so far I'm really loving it. It really works for my skin. It did cover up most of my acne, like my redness, discoloration. You still kind of can see a little bit of acne here, but I mean, those are the ones that are like protruding out. But other than that, it really covered everything up nice and smooth. I'm a fan of this combination. I love just mixing these two colors because I kind of do turn between like a lighter color and a darker color because tanning and stuff like that. So I do like having these two on hand and just mixing my perfect concoction. I do wish they had more of a shade range. I mean, going from F7 to F12, huge jump. So I wish they had like an F10 or something like that with a neutral undertone, just to have that perfect combination. Because buying two, if you're traveling and stuff like this, bringing two foundations, I don't know if I would do that, but I like the coverage, full coverage. Love the finish. It's pretty matte. It just looks really good on my skin. And I think my primer water, you guys know I love it. My Nars Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base, love it. And my Canyon Austin primer, love it. So I think I went through all of the products that I used today, but thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. And please do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already and you made it this far in the video, so you can be part of the ATFB fam. ATFB, all things fashion and beauty. So please give me a subscribe, and while you're there, hit that post notification bell so you can get notified every single time I post a video, and that is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So please give this video a like if you do like these types of videos, and leave me a comment down below what other videos you guys want to see. And I think that's the first time I went through that whole like spiel without having to stop or anything, and I'm kind of proud of myself, I'm just saying. But that is it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys love this look. Let me know in the comments down below if you did, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Thank you for watching.